We on? Mm-hmm. Okay, number 8. If you find the videos a bit jumpy, it's because we're having to sort of do it in stages, because otherwise it takes absolute ages to upload. So, okay, 8. Now 8 basically are not 2 round circles, one on top of the other. They are sort of 2 oval shapes. And obviously the smaller one on top, the bigger at the bottom. So these used to be a nightmare for me as an apprentice. Actually, it all used to be a nightmare as an apprentice. But anyway, same thing applies when we're doing our shape. Obviously, the round we're doing always tend to start that way. So it's from left to right to establish. And obviously then we'll come back again and we'll get our one part there. And then we come round and we'll get our other one there. Now this, right. That's a sort of basic start of what we want. Now we do the lower part. So then we'll come round again. Let me get just below. And then we want to come round again. Now sometimes it's very hard to see what's going on, whether you're accurate or not, until you get the centres done, your negative spaces. So obviously you want to come round and then we want to start doing our centres. There is a thick and a thin to all of your letters and numbers. So it should be thinner here, thicker on the sides. Now, when you're sign writing, you don't want to be too close to your work because then you can't always see what's going on. And the other thing is, it's always good to step back and have a look. If you step back and look, you can really see what's going on, and then you can have a fright and go, oh my God, did I just create that letter or that number looking like that? Anyway, it's, for me, it's like going back, it's like having, it used to be having a holiday for 2 weeks and then coming back to work and everything just isn't right. Anyway, we can go on and play with that. It's not perfect. That's the basic shape of how to start. You always start you round this direction first, and then we can then come back and we do our letters. As I say, it's do it as I say, not as I do. And the same thing, we'll go to a 3. Now the 3 is pretty much the same. It all starts off, it's just repetitive really. You start off, we go round, get that first round done. And then we can then come back.
Why don't you have the bit of tape underneath for 3?
Why? I haven't got that far yet. So that's the start of our 3. Now, I tend to do, you can go, obviously we can go round. Do our 3. Because I've established the inside, I can check around the outside. Now, we know where the outside the 3 is going to be, so we can now work from this way and come round. But also we know where our 3 is going to be, because we know it's just going to be a little bit further forward than that one, and we can then do that part of the round there. So we can establish our, I have to say the finger does get in the way. You'll find, just as it's starting now for me I suppose, you've done a few letters, you're starting to loosen up, and then you start getting character and things back into your letters as it all starts getting easier. I think the thing is for me, like I say, I haven't done it for so long, I don't really do it now. And I suppose it gets to the point where really, I don't really want to, I've done it as a business, not as a hobby, so I've got to the point now where I've just done it so much now, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't mind doing little artistic signs and things for people, that's a bit different. But generally now, doing sign writing now, it just, I don't know, I've just sort of been there, done it and had enough of it really. I mean obviously now with my hand being sort of pretty smashed, I mean it works, it's fine, but it's not as, I think this is one of those trades which is going to be awkward for a lot of people now learning. It's something you can't do as an on and off, it's something you've got to keep doing all the time. If you keep doing it all the time then you'll be good, but unfortunately like me now, picking it up, putting it down and so on, it does make it not as easy. But that basically is how you start your letters, but I think you can't run before you can walk. You've all got to do the boring stuff, and that is the practice. You need to know what the shape of your letters look like. So, bit of glass, print a letter off behind and just keep doing it repetitively, and you will then get to see the character of the letter. Once you've learnt your basic letters, you can change it, you can do what you want. But it's just the basics come first and then you can adapt afterwards. I think you can do a shaky, not be very good with your brush, do a shaky letter, but if the actual shape is correct then it will look better rather than having a good brushwork, nice smooth line and the shape not being correct. So, and also I think a lot of old writers, they always seem to turn to alcohol as they get older, where they lose their nerve a little bit. They need a drink before they can get their brush on the side. Just quickly while we're on here, we're talking one strokes. One strokes are brilliant. Well, one stroke's brilliant because A, it's a quick and easy thing, it's your own style, and it does make life a lot easier. Now, let's just do I know I'm going to finish now, so we'll come back in a sec.